Ryan, have you ever thought about being an architect?
Have you ever thought about being a truck driver?
Have you ever thought about being a salesperson?
What about something in the medical field?
Realtor? Listen to Career Paths every Thursday
Wherever you listen to podcasts,
and on YouTube. You might learn something.
you might not.
It's your life. Make it happen.
Memories fading, we all forget. It's not so shiny things you do.
Career Paths.
We're
Yeah,
good.
we don't need to, I have a lot to say about that.
Yeah, we don't know.
But I don't want,
Yeah, we won't go there.
yeah, and I don't think I want.
No, you don't want to.
do that.
We stay away from those certain things.
I thought we did.
Just
so
because
good,
it's
good.
better for Brian over there.
Good.
Welcome to Career Paths by Infonet. I'm your host, Victor. Oh, see, I'm going to do that again. Here we go.
I know that.
You son.
Stop coming.
I hate you,
Are we
Brian.
rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Oh.
This is the unedited version. Whether he decides to unedit that or edit that, just it's basically a cut chop because that's a,
I think I was supposed to do that on something. Actually, edit one. I think I forgot.
all right. Well, there you go. And we have how many emails have we got on that?
I don't know. I haven't checked email for a while.
Welcome to Career Paths by Infonet. I'm Victor Boudreau with Mr. Ryan King. Hey, Ryan.
Hey,
What's up?
how you doing?
I'm doing well, coincidentally. It's been, I haven't seen you for,
Couple weeks.
yeah,
Yeah.
lucky us. Our guest today, move right along, is Greg Powell. Hey, Greg, how you doing?
I am doing great, and I'm glad you asked. Thank you.
It's going to be one of those shows. Greg was here last, almost a year ago. We had a two-parter. I just have to mention, for the first parter, I was here doing well. Were you on set by then? No, you weren't on set. I don't think you were. You
I don't
did the
think I
second.
was.
You did second. See, we're trying to clarify. We had a,
Well, and that's
Ryan came on set. He's. Let's not even get. I still need to talk to Paul and Mitchell about this situation.
well. I just interrupt you here?
Well,
Just
certainly,
Initially, I know you're on a roll, but you know, it's great to have you here because the last time you asked me to come here,
The second
you
half.
weren't here.
I wasn't here. That's where I was getting to.
Which is interesting
I
to
get-
have the host ask, you know, for
I
a person to come in and share.
Well, it's just warm. That's why.
Where were you too? I don't remember.
I was upstairs, sick in bed with the flu.
Oh, that's right.
My stomach flu.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I
That would have
remember
been
well.
some good information on my side. But
Well, I assumed that it's the person that I asked to take over for the interview and take care of you.
One of
and
the
that,
best
and,
ever.
and he did a fine job. if I
yeah,
may
he
say
did a fine
so
job, but you
myself.
didn't know what was going on with me, and yet.
The best ever.
It
Uh-huh.
was a shock. It was yeah. I was.
There's no
involved.
interruptions.
No.
Did I say it was going to be one of those shows?
There was a lot of whatever that stuff is on the floor after you record all of that old. What is
Yeah.
it?
I'm sorry,
8mm? I don't know.
Yeah. All the film.
So that's why, just speaking for myself,
Certainly.
that's why it is great to be here because the initial plan was, hey Greg, why don't you come on over? I'll be there. Relax, it'll be fine and everything. And then
Oh, he was here.
and your name
I
was,
was here.
was it Ryan or was it Brian?
I don't care which one were you that day?
It was Ryan that time. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to watch.
Further confuse the issues.
Well,
you
the
know.
first half I know it was you and I, we talked, and then it ended up being a two-parter, which is great to get more information, more story background on you. And I was not available. I was not feeling very well. Actually, I was thrown up lots and lots for a couple days. So that's why Ryan took over, and he needed to practice. We knew he was
And that's
going to be
okay.
doing this with hosting with me. You like that?
I do. Yeah. 'Cause I'm a host.
And we really hadn't planned to go that far with.
No, well,
it's just that I kept talking and talking, and you know, I don't get a chance to talk much during the day. I guess.
No. Maybe not now this year, but so we're gonna move. Listen,
So now remind me, are you married?
he is.
I am.
So you don't get much time at night either.
No.
For talking.
Sorry, dear.
She watched the last one.
I know
but-
I said I went bowling tonight, but actually, I have a very
Cover this
loving
one.
wife who loves
Uh-huh.
to hear, you know, whether I had a good day or a bad day.
Other than that, just shut up.
And the only way I know if she's interested or not is if her eyes are still open by the time I'm done if she starts nodding off, like
She's-
some people we know,
They've been married
Yeah.
for a
it
while.
happens. You
They've
know.
been married for a while,
Yeah,
haven't you?
we have.
How many
30.
years?
This is going to be next month. August will be 38 years for us.
Jeez, congratulations. Wow, that's wow. And I saw your daughter the other day, by the way. I was with you.
And I apologize.
She introduced me.
And I
to you.
apologize to all of you for not introducing my daughter to you.
Just yeah.
Because but you know, you had your glasses on in the truck there,
I was
and when Victor's got his glasses on, he could be
asleep.
awake or asleep, or it's.
I was
clever.
awake. I haven't had an
clever.
opportunity to. I try not to
Yeah.
because on the off season I
And-
just flipped so much crap from you, Ben, Carl. We didn't know if you were awake or asleep. Like if I'm not going, I stop.
It's
You know
okay.
that.
I just think I just want you. I'm just upfront that it's just it's genius. Is what it is.
And you got to do what you got to do. And when I was asked to do something, Greg and I have worked together a couple seasons now. I'm a seasonal, you're a full-time employee for the city water department, grounds crew,
Right.
and that's why we go back and forth like
Is
this.
there an air crew?
I'll
grounds
look
and
into that for you. I'm just part seasonal. I don't know.
I'd go for that one.
Air crew.
He's being sarcastic.
Seems like there'd be a lot less to
Grounds
do.
crew, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. See, come on, Greg, catch on. I'm not saying he's the wittiest,
No.
but
There might be an air
he
head
sucked up.
crew. I'm thinking,
I could be.
but I
Definitely
haven't
be on
seen
that
it
one, too.
in any
So-
of the city literature or anything. So,
So you're an equipment operator.
yeah.
So we're just going to update in case either you have watched the episode with Greg, with Greg, or this is an update interview. So we're updating, find out, and you're still doing that now, which is
Yeah.
good. You get out there on a rider, but you do others. You have to do sometimes do the walk behind or weed trim or whatever. But typically, that's one of your responsibilities to do the rider.
Right. Right.
And you maintenance not just your rider. You watch your maintenance have the other equipment that has been beat up and used. That's what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, it's an interesting challenge right now because you have the water department has probably, originally it was, in the past couple of years, it's been 900 acres. They're all small little
How many
pieces
sites
all
do
around.
you, I know I've heard a number like 300? Mislet? I think
A couple people could be more accurate than me, but
Yeah, I don't.
it's all these little pieces of, we have pumping stations and some of it is sewer property, but the water department kind of
Maintenance,
oversees that, maintains it, yeah.
Right.
But it keeps growing. We keep getting these little pieces.
The sites
and
don't grow.
so-
Well, the sites grow with weeds and
Well-
grass, etc. But the list of sites
yes,
grow.
thank you.
I just want to clarify that.
Yes, that clarifies it better. That actual list keeps growing because it's not really, we have a parks department,
Correct.
they deal with parks.
Typically,
And that's a whole different kind of a market, if you want to call it.
right.
And we have a little more specific market because of it involved with water. There's a few more rules because you have water tanks where you have
Yep.
to be mindful and follow the legalese as far as you don't want to have anything possibly interrupting.
Contaminating.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
It's been a long day.
It has.
Contaminating the water table and all that kind of thing. So it has some other little goodies in it that are, the tendency would be to think, well, it's just property, just go mow down the weeds.
There's more to it than
Yeah,
that.
there's and then as a result of that, as equipment operators, we have to have some take some tests so that we know kind of some of the ways the plants work on the pesticide side
Yes,
and on
you
the
also do
herbicide
Yep,
side.
you've done some spraying.
So we have to be licensed for doing some
That's
spraying.
true. That's right.
Not probably as much as parks,
Yeah.
but so there's it's
There's
interesting.
Things
All
that you need to know in your position. There's one or two other gentlemen that are full time that do it also.
Right,
So
and then we've got within that group we've got irrigation people, and that's a whole you wouldn't think that people would be inclined to mess with sprinkler heads.
oh my God,
in their spare time.
kids.
Wrecking stuff, not
Yeah.
our guys.
Oh,
but,
we know.
You know,
And Brian is right. Brian's got
it's
some
amazing.
irrigation stuff.
I'm totally amazed at that.
Yeah.
the guys will come back from a, frustrated from a site because they just had to replace 50 or 100 of them on, on a whole street somewhere. And we're thinking, I don't think our mowers hit those, and then usually that's not the case.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do, sometimes,
here or there.
especially on the riding mowers, you're going, you're cruising along and all of a sudden it's like, oh!
Yeah, something. I've not
Because you see it and then you do it.
Hear it.
There's no, but maybe I had a little step, just like your house, just like at home. You got, for some reason that one over there won't fall back down. I guess I gotta go buy a new one. Is that right?
Yeah, typically the wiper seal is worn out.
Yeah,
that's what it's called, the wiper seal.
Yeah.
Like I know.
Yeah, we'll say I've done stuff for the city of Airway Heights on their irrigation systems.
Yeah.
And one park in particular gets vandalized a lot, and it's the irrigation part of it that gets vandalized.
Wow.
I'm like, I definitely think I have better things to do than to go vandalize stuff.
And
then I can remember years ago walking in the church. I'm walking across the parking lot, and I watch a lady kick over one of the sprinklers because it was stuck up, and I'm like, you're heading into church and you're destroying church property on your way in.
Just because
you're going in.
Just because you walk into church doesn't make you perfect.
Oh no.
What?
That's a whole nother subject.
Yeah, let's not. We're not going there.
I keep hearing that people that go to church are trying to be.
Right.
You're still waiting.
Then there was no trying on that.
Yeah.
There was just, that was the old psychological thing we learned in school, that come home and the father's upset with the mother, and then the mother gets after the kids, and then somebody kicks the dog at the end of the deal. It was Maz, one of those guys. I don't know.
I'm not sure where you're going with this, sir. I'm just trying to host a show and interview you, and
it's amazing the area that we covered in a conversation.
But
one of our
went from irrigation all the way to child abuse and animal abuse.
Getting back to the irrigation thing, one of our fearless leaders on the irrigation side was telling me, we were talking about different designs of sprinkler heads and that type of thing.
Yep.
And I don't remember the exact name, but there is like Franklin Park has a certain design. It's an older design.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
He said that they have to manually. And I'm thinking manually. How on earth? And what he meant was you have to have a guy
quick connect
go out there and actually
move the
connect that head
to the
that's the
quick connect. Yeah, that's an impact head, but it's the connection and how it's designed as opposed to a rotor. But either one would have worked in the situation. But where you take the quick connect and pop it in, that's how you connect into that system. So you have to run it manually, take it out to stop that area. So you have to have somebody there throughout to be watering, swap, insert the heads and pop them out.
And
for the run.
As soon as they mentioned that, I remember it as a kid going to the park, and early in the morning, you'd see.
I'm allergic to you, Greg.
It happens.
Yeah.
Advil doesn't work. Sorry. But I remember that as a kid, seeing. I'm wondering why. That's a lot of them to mess with. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why that was the summer job was.
Yep.
Yeah.
And those things shoot, I don't know, 30.
No, it depends on the head and the nozzle. It can, and pressure,
it's a lot of water.
Yes. That's how. Yeah. And that's why they got more automated. So.
Of course, as kids, sometimes we felt like maybe it needed to stay in one spot for a while. So you go over there and arm wrestle the thing.
No, I never did that.
Oh, okay. Well.
Okay, Greg. Well,
those were simpler days,
Were they?
For simple people.
Would you like to add a question? I know the answers because I work with. Hi, Greg. How are you today? You know, with the table, it's more cash.
It is.
It's actually wait.
Can I order an omelet as well, or?
Well, you've already ordered pizza, so.
This is it's a great restaurant. I have to admit, folks.
Yeah,
if you're ever down and out, I can't give out addresses, but
I'm still waiting for some dressing that you were supposedly going to get yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just.
Yeah, I don't know if I should get specific on that.
Yeah, but, no, I'm just telling you. You talked about it last summer. You said you were going to get me a sample because I'd love it. because
Yeah.
it's close to an Italian of some sort, and I'm still waiting a year later.
Yeah.
I've had them on the show 3 times. Can't get sample.
Well, we'll get there.
Yeah.
That's, you know, I'm a pretty busy guy these days.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. When did I? Yeah.
So you don't actually do any of the irrigation stuff. So like
No.
if you bust ahead mowing, you don't even have
No,
to worry about it.
we've been told that's below our pay scale.
Okay.
I've helped him replace because he
At
just
home,
sat,
I do.
he just sat and watched me and pointed and go, "Hey, could you do something over there?" 'Cause I have some.
That's right. I would have him. You know, if I thought that I ran over something.
It was. I don't even think you ran over. You
No.
said there's some broken in this one area that you're in charge of to maintain.
That's
It's like, and I was
beautiful-
with him, so hey
Yeah.
Vic, get your butt up.
That's a beautiful thing about these sites is they've been around so long that you know, certain things are plugged off,
No,
and you know, maybe as many times as I've mowed that area, I don't remember seeing that one there. Did I just bust that off? Because it didn't have a plug in it or anything. It's just
all of a sudden you see either
But-
a head part of a broken head somehow, some way, and yeah.
most of those are they're not watered at all, but it's easy to bust those with even a good weed eater, you know.
Oh, yeah.
With the
Yeah.
right
Pop it in
string.
the right way.
Yeah.
Especially the plastic, after the plastic, which most of the stuff are these days, it will get brittle over time, so it happens.
So we've been using, or not we, but
The
irrigation.
city water department irrigation.
The brown piping. What is that called?
You're probably talking about Denifim.
Yes.
It's a 1/2 inch with built-in emitters.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah, the concept's been around for a while with Denifim, and I'm around and I have dealt with irrigation. We actually dealt with some of that down at a hotel we dealt with. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
What interests me is where the name came from, because it's
That I don't know.
it
Denifim.
sounds like something the doctor would prescribe to you.
Yeah.
You know, take 2 Netafin and call me in the morning. I don't know. That might help you with your allergy.
Prevents blockage.
The allergy you have towards me. I don't know.
So, Greg, did you do renew your It's a Wonderful Life with your acting career this last winter? Did
We
you?
didn't.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I just
and
thought I'd throw that
thank
out
you
there.
for asking, because
We haven't talked about that.
well, I had
Greg does part-time acting locally,
I do.
and you did for the church, Wonderful Life. And what was your character that you played for that? Coincidentally, that would, for me, it just fits perfectly. But
for It's a Wonderful Life. I played Old Man Potter.
thank you.
Yeah.
And him and I had a discussion about what.
and-
Yeah, he was right. I was wrong.
And I would actually, Joanne, if you're watching, I would love to play that part again. Joanne was our director
So
in that,
can
and
you send an email with a link when this comes? We'll talk.
yeah,
Anyway,
and actually she's approached me with another offer,
really?
but I don't know if that's going to work out or not.
Okay.
We'll have to see.
I'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, and that was through our church,
Correct.
and
That's what you shared with me.
and then the most recent one I did was playing and I don't know if we talked about this or not.
I don't know.
But I played Scrooge,
Yes, we did talk about
and
that.
that was more of I think we did talk
Yeah,
about
we
it,
did.
but it was more of they were both musicals,
Right.
but
There's more with Scrooge.
Scrooge was
More
I
lines,
was the
more-
lead actor
Yep.
in that,
Yep.
and that was very challenging. That was very challenging.
More work,
and
less.
look where it's gotten me today.
Here you are.
That's
Back
What
on
can
the
you
show.
say?
Not everyone gets on here.
Well, that's good to know. Folks, they asked me back.
We haven't had Ben back.
Ben was here.
He was here.
Oh,
I feel like he was.
my
yeah,
goodness.
He was here. Geez, Louise.
You know, I would
Yeah.
love to do a show with Ben sometime. If that were
Oh,
if that were
Hope we
physically
don't have a
possible.
format.
I
You-
don't, well,
never
we
know
can
what
only
can
get
happen.
how many people can we get around this table?
There's
Really.
we can. Oh,
There's always room for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, he's not a big guy.
No,
No.
no.
We can squeeze him in, no problem.
Let's see what we can do. We'll talk.
I'll have to check that out. I don't know if I've seen. Well, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, obviously you didn't know he was on. So
I
how you
did not know that.
It's one of. Is it? We'll have to check if it actually. I know we had him on. I don't know if we were doing the YouTube at that point, or if it got uploaded to YouTube as an unedited video. That's the issue when we first started. It was just audio on like Spotify,
okay.
Spreaker, and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then we finally got to the YouTube, and then we
More
finally got to online.
That was
interviews.
strictly a podcast kind of thing with him then.
Possibly. I'd have to look. I know I looked recently, and I can't remember. We just had our 100th episode a few episodes back, and we
congratulations! I didn't
thank
know
you.
that.
We were trying to remember. We're talking about guests even before we did the show. We were going over some stuff, and we're trying to remember stuff. It's like it's even though it hasn't gone by fast, it has gone by fast. Over 100 episodes, over 2 years, almost about 2.5 years now ish.
Yeah, that's
We've
great.
been doing this, and we're not rich or famous. But once again, the excuses is Ryan and I would not see each other if it wasn't at this point for this. We wouldn't. Just our schedules.
Yeah.
And I have no issues. I mean, having it and doing it, and we know that it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a certain bout of trust and respect that we actually do have. I'm sure. I know you understand that, Greg, because you're around me.
Yeah.
You've met.
Well, I respected him for doing the second interview with
Well,
me,
yes.
since the person that was originally going to interview was not there.
I'm out of here. All right, I'm back. That's how.
Hey, it's great to be here.
So there I was. I've only walked out. We're not even talking about.
See, that
this
gives
is
us a chance. It gives somebody a chance to edit out all.
It's unedited.
30 or 40 minutes of what we've already. No.
I've only once again here we're referencing stuff when I actually walked off set with one of our guests because he was a Trekkie. I didn't even know. I'd worked with this gentleman somewhere else and found out he was a Trekkie, and I had to walk off set while it was on. I've never done that. I've done it like 3 times. One time I was sneezing or feeling sick, probably because of Ryan. I mean Brian.
Yeah, that Brian guy.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
watch him. He's
Yeah. Well.
Drives me nuts.
yeah. Just makes me shudder every time.
Is he your co-host or something? You're welcome.
That's right.
Talk to Paul and Mitchell about that. Paul and Mitchell, in case you don't know, we since Brian's came on, they're the head of InfoNet. Who
That's what it was.
Hmm.
You talked about Paul and Mitchell on one of the other episodes. I was supposed to
Oh,
edit some of that out.
oh, was that? Oh,
I
really?
don't think I
Okay.
did.
Okay.
Hmm.
Huh?
All
Well,
right.
see, neither one of them have contacted you, have they?
No.
Okay, good.
Well, probably, but I switched phones, so.
That's true. You got to messing with me.
It's all out.
Then you
there.
threw the Florida number. I'm not. I didn't know if you were actually because I thought you were going there. That is the old number that's not even around. So I thought of that, but I'm going. Wait a minute. Just to clarify, is it this one? No, it's the old. Okay.
So and then when you text me today, that's the work number.
I just checked the number and figure if you don't
Yeah.
see it, you're. Yeah. So he's messing with me.
Well,
He's just all important. He's got
I
a
think it's just
personal
to keep
phone
it-
now.
I think
Yeah.
it's, what do you call it?
On my toes.
Knife to knife. Sharpening each other's
Is that?
skills, and I don't know.
On my mind.
There's
Is
that's
Iron
not-
sharpens iron.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that what that is?
Ben probably talked about that.
Ben, what if it was iron?
Yeah, anything that you can molten metal, anything that have to do with molten metal
Yes.
would be.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have him back on just for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he does get into some really interesting.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Oh
things
yeah. He's a great
made
guy.
and-
Don't Ben,
Uh,
you're not watching this, so you don't hear the yeah. Ben and I go way back. So now we've gone. So your job's going decent. It's a little different year
Yeah.
because of the lack of seasonal help this year.
Yeah, a few challenges along the way, and we've had
We'll get back.
at least in the Pacific Northwest, we've had a kind of a rainy
This
season
year.
for us.
Last
Yeah.
year was hot, and this year rain was.
Ryan, not to be confused with Brian, was mentioning
Which usually is confused with Brian.
I'm
you know,
sorry. Who was talking?
we were talking about just how this has been, even the past month or so, it's been kind of Floridian.
Yeah.
Did I say that?
The Floridian.
Yeah.
Um,
A little more humid.
Yeah.
rainy.
Rainy.
Today was hot and humid.
Yeah, and hot. I mean,
So Floridian, is that because of something to do with Florida?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm just clarifying with what's your name again?
that's going to be important when it comes to payroll. Believe me. It's just embarrassing. If you,
My fans call me Victor, but But you can call me Mr. Futuro.
So there I was.
So, oh boy.
It's not going to get any better either. It's up to you. You got nothing? What do you mean? All right. If you're not going to, fine. I'll do it. I'll do it. Greg, we're almost done. That's all the update was. To just see what's going on. Yeah, I think. Did we talk about what you're doing now, job wise? Did we?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We've kind of come full circle.
Okay, have we? I get lost.
So has it really changed much since last time we had you on?
In some ways.
Oh, can I since I'm around you in the last month or month and a half,
Yeah.
overall I don't see what you're doing and how you're doing it. Some challenge that you have to deal with is lack of extra, because you're usually out with somebody else to help work with you.
Extra help.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, you're still doing pretty much the same sites, although sometimes you get pulled off just like anybody in that department. You take care of something else.
Yeah.
Still,
This year's been a little bit more creative in there's just been more demand. I mean, customers, I think, which for us are the taxpayers, have just gotten more demanding.
Even though they don't pay the water department per se.
And I think, and this is just my opinion, folks, but the city does a really good job of, and we're not connected again to parks directly, but we do a good job, I think, of a general upkeep.
We try to,
but some people are more they're used to hire when they're hiring a private contractor.
Yeah.
Then they can dictate how fussy they want to be, and so you have, I think this year, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's post-COVID, just people have been kind of cooped up and want to see things perfect again, but there's been more of a people are kind of treating the city help more like private contractor that they would hire, and or at least we get those calls.
Yeah.
And not us, but our
upper management,
our leaders, our management get the calls, and then when we go out there to do the work, the people.
Oh yeah, homeowners are always nice to your face,
and they're happy to see us, but they won't tell us everything.
Yeah,
especially like regular retail customers anyway.
Yeah, and I understand that. It's that's fine, but it's just. I think what I'm getting at is I think there's a little more feeling this year. At least I'm feeling it, that people are kind of comparing more of what they would hire someone to do and kind of impugning that to the city. And yes, their taxes are paying for that, but I would classify what we do as a general mowing, snow removal.
There's a lot of responsibilities that
it's not perfect.
Correct. Yeah, and we're lack of staff, and there's other issues.
But I think
we do the best we can.
And we were talking about this before we started the show that there's just kind of that's in every employment situation right now.
That's people are looking for helpers.
I hope it's just a lag, in people's. I don't know what it is, to be honest. I mean, it's just like people are kind of. There's just quite a few people out there that don't want to work, and the work is there.
Yeah.
So if we don't express anything to our viewers that hey, the work is out there. There's no excuse to not be working.
If you want to work.
In my opinion.
I agree. Your opinion?
I recently had to let a guy go, and I could have gave him a nice long list of places that were hiring that would have probably put him to work that same day because they're so short-handed. They're taking anyone they can get to walk through the door.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I don't think he was.
And you'd like to hire someone a little bit more qualified than that. Just walking through the door.
Yeah.
But no, but there is a temptation to do that because I went to one of the burger places here. I won't mention any names. I don't want to embarrass them, but it wasn't McDonald's.
Was it Ryan's Burgers?
No, it wasn't Ryan's Burgers. But they had kind of an apology on the door.
Oh, in advance?
Well, it was around lunchtime.
Okay.
But they said, we're sorry, you're gonna have to go through the drive-through because we can't get enough employees in today.
Oh.
You know, I don't know if I've ever really seen that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
If I
I've witnessed
over the
that a couple
years.
times recently, and usually happens when I got 16-foot long trailer behind me or something.
And you're really
so it's
hungry?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not going through your drive-through.
Right, exactly. And that's the position I was in. I'm dragging
I'm
What
leaving
is
this
it,
set. Keep talking.
20,
Leave this set.
25 foot
Keep
long.
talking.
Well, see, I'm asking for information and he's
He's
gone.
like that.
Well, I
Calls
just,
himself a host. That's more of an ignorer or something like that. I guess it's not a technical name on stage.
but yeah, that's not it's pretty unusual to have that happen. It's-
Yeah.
What were you talking about me? I'm sorry. What did I
Oh,
miss?
you back?
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
it's great to be here again. And I'm thankful that you dressed up for me, and frankly that you showed up today.
Everybody's
Oh.
a comedian. Everybody's a goddamn comedian.
Well,
Funny, funny, funny.
folks, this is just at least for Victor and I, this is just the edge of when we're together at work.
We have fun.
It just goes on and on and on.
We have fun.
We never really know when to stop, except that it's 4 o'clock. Time to go home.
I've been trying to go home.
It's all fun.
It's a report. I try to bring that with anybody in that group, and most of them get it. Well, Carl. We'll mention
Yeah.
names. Carl, Kevin, those two in particular.
Yeah.
Um,
These are
Ben,
full-time
full-time
people.
employees, city employees. That
Yeah.
and I'm just the part-time seasonal guy, but I know all these guys, and
Yeah.
if they understand. But like Ben and even Chris, I'll flip him crap because I don't.
We're really blessed to work with some really
We
good
are.
guys.
Overall,
really
it's a good situation.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I came back is because I enjoy
Yeah.
the people. First of all, work is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
but could be worse, could be better. I've done worse for
Sure.
less.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Hey, I think you stole that from me. I told you that one.
Maybe I don't. Maybe Ryan stole it and he gave it to me.
I probably stole it from somebody. If I did.
There's no.
Or permanently borrowed it. Yeah.
Ryan, any more questions for?
No, not a one.
Okay,
No.
great. Well, this will conclude our. No, I'm sorry. I'm not the host. I am not supposed to say that.
Here you go. There you go.
Read us out. You're out. All right. There you go.
Give him a part playing Potter, and he thinks he owns the
No,
world.
we're good. I knew that.
I got to tell you.
Yes.
I got to tell you that was so much fun playing that role. I would love
I would
to
imagine.
do that again.
Well, we're gonna have to send this out to what's her name again?
That was. Let me think. We've covered so many subjects today.
In such a short time. We did.
Oh,
Oh, you'll come to you. We'll make sure
Yeah.
we send her a link to this.
my director.
Was.
Oh.
Her name was. Wait for it.
Wow.
We'll make sure
I'm
we.
seeing
Glad I'm
everybody
not
in the play.
alone.
I'm seeing
I
the
bet
whole
this
list.
happens to me
I'm seeing the
all
whole
the
list
time.
of characters in the play right now.
But not-
You know, the last shot at the end of the play
Yeah.
when everybody goes, "Oh, we made it." Yes. That's horrible. That's embarrassing.
You're an entertainer. How'd that
Yeah.
work for you right now?
Well, folks, let's just look at the cue card and see what it says. Well, I can't make sense of anything that you write on paper, so I'll leave that to you.
Greg, thank you. Thank you. I knew once again. I knew it. Greg was asking me before we started. Asking right, what are we gonna? I go, don't worry, it'll flow. We're good.
Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah, we're good.
All right.
So hopefully you
It'll fill
enjoy
over
it.
time. That might not flow.
We're not very rehearsed here, but that's what makes
We're-
it fun.
If white rehearse, that's yours. Can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for
Joanne.
watching and listening
Joanne.
to Career Paths or listening. Just to be
Yeah.
more.
Thank you, Joanne. Don't
Please like,
don't be
subscribe,
mad at me.
share, leave a review, leave a comment. Tell us how much you love us.
Oh, we get.
How we stay on
Is there a
topic.
bell?
Tell us how we stay on topic.
Anything?
Oh, what? Oh, belt? No, we're not. We don't have that much money on our budget.
No.
Bell. I had to rent these clothes and borrow them. It's your life. Make
Don't
it happen.
forget to ring the bell.
Bing. Till next time, we'll see you. Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you. Thanks for having me
Oh,
again.
Oh, you'll be back again because you're cheaply
Take 24.
La, 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 la.
The Reenactment.